Hello everyone, welcome to the video series on subject structural analysis 2. In this video, we are going to see the topic, that is node and effective node numbering in unit number 6, that is finite element method. So what is node? Node are those points where elements are connected. Nodes are selected point at which basic unknowns are to be determined in finite element analysis. Okay, so node are those points where elements are connected, where the two elements are connected at that point is called as nodes. So nodes are the selected points at which the basic unknowns are to be determined in finite element method. So there are two types of node. One is external node and second one is internal node. So if you we'll see the first external node. Nodes which are occurs at the edge or surface of elements are called as external node. They are common to two or more elements. So if you see this figure, in this figure, node number 1 and node number 2 are the external nodes. Okay, because they occur on the edge or edge of the this element. Okay, so there are two or more elements. Okay, first one is external primary node. Node which are occurs at the corner or end of the elements are called as primary external node. Okay, we see second one, secondary external node. Nodes which are occurring along the edge of element excluding corner nodes are called as secondary external nodes. Okay, so here if you see the figure below, this triangular element, so node number 1, 2 and 3, node number 1, 2 and 3, as they occur at the corner or the end of the element, so they are called as the primary element nodes, whereas node number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are called as secondary external nodes, because these nodes are occurring along the edges of the element excluding the corner node, so they are called as the secondary external nodes. Now the second type of node is the internal nodes. So internal nodes are those one which occur inside the element. They are specific to the element selected and not common to the other element. In this figure, if you see, node number 10 is the internal node, whereas in the second figure, the node number 13 is the internal nodes. The second topic is effective node numbering. Node numbering should be such that semi bandwidth or half bandwidth is minimum. Okay, so what is the semi bandwidth? A matrix is banded with all elements are 0 except those within a band on either side of the principal diagonal. Okay, so a matrix is banded when all elements are 0 except those within the band on either side of the principal diagonal. Okay, we see this in the example. The semi bandwidth of such matrix is the number of terms within the band to the right of the diagonal. The semi bandwidth is given by the expression b equal to 1 plus d e to f, where d is equal to maximum difference in the node number in an element after considering all element, and f is equal to degree of freedom per node. Okay, so we'll see one example. Let us consider a rectangular domain, that is a rectangular slab discretized into 24 elements. So here a rectangular slab is given, okay, as a domain, and you have to discretize into 24 elements. Okay, so that means you have to divide into 24 elements. So divide the given rectangular slab into 24 elements. Give the node numbering in sequence following 4 different ways. So here the node numbering is given in the 4 different ways. Okay, so if you see the case number 1 and 2, it is moves horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then 8, 9, 10, 14, then 15, 16, 17 up to 21. Then it starts from 22 to 28 and up to 35. If you see the second figure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then again it is below 1, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 in the same way. Okay, up to 35. So here semi bandwidth B is equal to 1 plus F. So here F is equal to 2. Okay, so here degree of freedom is 2 for all the figure. Now here D is equal to 13. So F is equal to 2 and B is equal to 1 plus 13 into 2 is equal to 28 for figure number 1. If you see the figure number 2, D is equal to 8, F is equal to 2. So B is equal to 1 plus 8 into 2 is equal to 18. Okay. If you see the second node numbering, it is given vertically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in a vertical manner. Okay, and up to 35. So if you see the node numbering in case number 4, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then again from the start 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to 35. So determine the maximum difference between two consecutive node number to determine the semi bandwidth. So semi band or bandwidth for the two-dimensional problem, F is equal to 2, that is degree of freedom. So in case number 3, so value of D is 9, value of F is 2, and V is equal to 1 plus 9 into 2, that is 20. In case number 4, D is equal to 6, F is equal to 2, and B is equal to 1 plus 6 into 2, that is 14. So minimum bandwidth is 14. So if B is equal to semi bandwidth and the order of matrix is n by n, need to solve element by n by b only. Okay. So next is the aspect ratio of the element. Aspect ratio is the ratio of the largest to the smallest size of the element. For accuracy of the solution, aspect ratio should be close to unity as possible. For example, if a rectangle 4 by 6 meter divided into 6 parts. So here in the first figure, it is divided vertically into 6 parts. So the size of one element is 1 by 6. Okay, size of it is 4 by 1. So the aspect ratio is the largest value is 4 divided by 1, it is equal to 4. Then it is this rectangular element is divided horizontally into 6 equal parts. Okay, so the size of element will be 6 into 0.667, and the aspect ratio is equal to 9. Okay, if you see the third one, so it is divided into 6 equal parts, and the number it is divided horizontally in 2 parts and vertically into 3 parts. So likewise it is divided into 6 elements. So the size of one element is 2 by 2. Okay, so the aspect ratio is largest size divided by smallest size. So 2 by 2 it is equal to 1. If you see the next node numbering here, it is divided horizontally into 3 parts, and whether it's vertically it is divided into 2 parts. So the size of one element is equal to 3 into 1.33. So the aspect ratio is 3 divided by 1.33. It is equal to 2.2 pi. So for the accuracy of the solution, the size of element should be 2 by 2, because for the accuracy of the solution, aspect ratio should be close to the unity as possible. Okay. So in exam, the question may be asked, define the aspect ratio of the element. How aspect ratio affect the accuracy of finite element solution, and explain with the example. So many times in the exam, this question has been asked. Okay. Thank you for watching this video.